Good morning. So, I've been trying to get these tenants done for a bit now, but they're only available on Friday. So, we're scheduled for 7 a.m. and looks like I'm gonna be 2 minutes late. A little bit of an oddball one today. Well, at least one of them is gonna be oddball. I'll say two, but I don't really get too many. It's so one of the problems is the over the range hood. The fan's not working. I don't really get those for rentals, really. I think the last one I got from these guys for an over the range was where it was just making noise and it was just hitting. So I was able to push the duct up or whatever I had to do, and it worked better than ever, or for a long time. The tenants were really happy about that. That was over a year ago, I'm sure. This one's not working at all, and even if I could save it, there's like rust in the front of it, so I don't know if I can fix it. I'm probably gonna leave it, but usually I'm all about replacing motors, and I know you can get a hold of the motor, but I don't know if the big box stores actually sell it. And then you guys are obviously gonna say it's not worth it to replace the motors, and I wouldn't say it's worth it for this one, because if there's some rust on it, a little Rust-Oleum would fix it. At that point, it wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, so that's that. And then stove. They put a stove fix in there, and I don't work on appliances. My truck is full of material, and I can't imagine if I wanted to start working on appliances, because I'd have a problem with overbuying material, especially if I see deals, and I'm definitely gonna be overflowing. But this one's gonna be should be an easy one. It's an electric stove. One burner's not working. With those, I never really looked it up on Google how to fix them. I just know I remember during my turn in my rental property, I realized I can just take the burner out. It just pulls right out, and then you can get a hold of the trim underneath there to clean it. So, and I think there's a switch. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm sure I'll figure it out once I actually see the package, but I think it's like a switch or something that actually gets plugged into it. The switch itself, or a connector or something. I don't know sizes of anything. Most likely the over the range hood would probably be a 30-inch, guessing. I don't know if it's the small burner or the big burner. I could have them take more of an overall, but I'm just gonna go there, check it out, and then go pick up material. Over here where I'm at in Illinois, it's the housing market is still holding up. I guess I don't know where you guys are located. I know California, Florida, and Texas is getting hit. I see some certain areas have rent drops, and housing's going down in certain areas, especially California and Florida, for insurance wise, because the insurance going crazy, or they're just not insuring houses. I know State Farm pulled out of Florida. I think it was Florida, maybe even California too. I'm getting off topic, but literally I put a offer on a fourplex over in a nicer area, and they wanted, it was cheap, it was a bank owned, they wanted $435,000, and I think rents over there, it was 4 units, 2 bedrooms, and 1 bath. I know I could probably get $1,500 for each unit, so really the place should be worth about $600,000. But at the same time, you have to pay for those fourplexes. Water's not separated, and I'm not sure if you'd be able to separate it. I already called the town, they don't know, but it's off a different water company, which is weird around me. But I put an offer like $467, so I went like $32,000 over. Took it, I was gonna take it as is, still didn't get it. Found out from my realtor, there was 79 offers on that property. 79. Another one recently. I thought it was kind of funny. Looking into properties over in the boonies. I want to say really boonies, but better boonies. It was a three bedroom, one bath house, and They wanted $194,000. I was thinking I could probably get $2,000 rent. We went to go check it out. We're looking at it, and there's seams on the roof. There's seams on the ceiling, and it's not like seams like every like 4 feet or whatever. It was just like a seam, and then it'll go for how long, and it'll be another seam. It was so random. I couldn't put it together. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. And then we realized there was a leak on the ceiling where the ceiling warped, and you could tell it was wood. So I'm like, okay, so now they're using this to hide the wood seams. But you would assume it would be more seams, because I don't know how they separate them, but it would make more sense to do every 4 feet or whatever the cut is on the wood. I mean, I'm not in housing, or I don't build houses, but that's what I would assume. And another thing, one of the bedrooms, you open the door, and I'm looking at the wall thickness, because we're trying to figure out what's going on in this property, because this property's on a slab, and they're selling it as a house. So I'm like, what's going on? So I look at the wall thickness, and the wall's like probably about this thin, and then the trim goes out further, which I guess it always does. And I'm looking, I'm like, there's no way you could fit a 2x4 in here. Because it usually goes, you know, you got 2x4, and you got drywall on both sides. So to build it out, but this is too thin. And I'm like, I'm like, this place is a trailer. It's nothing wrong with trailers, but I'm not looking for them, but they literally, so they put the trailer, probably double wide, on a slab, and they're selling it as a house. And I've seen other trailers, like, I can't say other trailers, but this is more, I never seen one so thin. That makes sense. The thinness of the walls. And then I realized the walls are actually made of wood. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes when everything's painted. And that property ended up selling like in 2 days. 2-3 days. And I wonder if the people that bought it, I don't know if it's an investor, most likely a homeowner, and I bet you they didn't realize that it's even an actual trailer, because it's pretty well hidden. And I wonder if the inspector's gonna pick it out or whatever. And that's why I always say, like, you should probably get your own inspector rather than using the realtor's inspector, because the inspector's gonna be working for you. You don't have to worry about keeping the realtor happy, which I'm not gonna get into all that. But this housing market's still crazy over here. But enough of that, let's get some shots. Good, how are you? Okay. Is it okay if I record for YouTube? I like to put my fixes on YouTube, but that's fine. That's fine. Awesome. I was getting scared for a second. I'm like, you guys were answering. I just called. She's like, oh, I'm not there right now. I'm like, it's okay. I'm in though. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Is it okay if I just like...
No, you don't have to. Yeah, you're good.
Thank you.
You're good. Oh, before you leave, it's this burner. I have to relook at the work order.
I think it's this one, and for sure this one now, because it wasn't working last time for me.
Really?
Yeah.
They just told me it was one.
My mom said it's working, but like, I don't know. It wasn't working that one day. But okay. For sure that one too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll check it out.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
I'm gonna leave some water in here for you.
You're the best. I appreciate it. You said the fan's not working?
I actually don't know what kind of fan.
Yeah, the fan's working.
Maybe the bathroom fan?
Well, they brought up the mark up there. I mean, yeah. So, this is working. These types of fans, these aren't vented outside, so all it does is just recycles it. And, well... Okay, I could pick up another filter, but this is working though. And then I can't just start changing stuff out or I'm gonna get in trouble. But I can get you a new filter, even though that doesn't even look that bad. But I don't know how you even clean these really well. Mm-hmm. It's pretty caked up. Okay, sounds good. And then I'll just leave the door open. Once I'm done, I'll just let you know.
Okay.
I have to go pick the material up. Okay? Thank you. What I do is I just take a measurement and then feel a lot of heat. A lot of heat. How does one test it? Okay, so this one's on. So I'll turn that off. Man, a lot of heat. That one's on. This one's on. That one's off. Okay. So I pick the filter, and then those. I don't even know where you get these black ones at. Literally, the ones I picked up for mine, they were chrome. I would rather want the black ones because it's probably hard to keep the chrome ones clean. I don't want to get clean all the time. Man. Unreal. I gotta tell you guys this. Oh, the problems with recording for YouTube. So, for my rental property, I had to schedule out for to fix the roof. If you guys seen that video, where the last landlord, there's like 7 vents on top, roof vents. The dude ended up cutting a vent out on both sides of the duplex. It's 2 units, and he put the exhaust fans for the bathroom in each one. He cut the vents out and just glued the bathroom exhaust fan in each one on either end. Okay, so now I've made a scheduled appointment so I get in both units, because what's gonna happen is my boy's gonna give me a hand. I gotta replace the vents, and now I gotta cut in bathroom exhaust fence. It's gotta be done. I mean, maybe I can get away without doing it, but I'm not gonna take a chance. This property had issues with mold back then. Obviously, probably not for that matter, but it's already been treated, cleaned. It's gorgeous up there. Gorgeous. I do not want to deal with that again. Especially deal with RMR 86 Pro. Stuff is strong. So, now, part manager goofed up. I told her I'm going to be doing it March 19th. She told the tenants April 19th. And I just seen the work order. She did it a couple days ago. I just re-looked at it. So I'm like telling her, I'm like, hey, I asked you for March 19th. And one of the tenants said, she told me in the one unit, the one tenant was fine with it. It's just fine. But if maintenance means Brian, he is to do what's on his work order only and then leave in a timely manner. He is not to film for his YouTube channel or to offer unsolicited comments or advice. Prop manager's like, you may want to start getting people's permission for pictures and filming if you don't already. Blows my mind. Well, I got upset when I'm seeing build up in a bathroom. I've seen you guys. It matters how long you've been watching the channel, but when I seen build up on the walls in the bathroom, where it's condensating and there's gunk, I just started worried about mold. First of all, for their health, and then for the building. I'm not trying to harbor mold in my place. So that's, I think they got upset. I know they got upset probably, because I started pointing out it's a brand new toilet that I put in there. It's not a brand new toilet, but it was a used toilet, probably about 6 months old, a year, I don't know. But toilet was gorgeous. And you could tell in some of these toilets, some places where I clean, where there's just gunk. I think calcium from people from leaving pee in the toilets or not cleaning them. And I don't know if you guys aren't gonna know. Unless you're a maintenance guy, because that's pretty much impossible to clean. I think the only time I was able to clean them is with like a flathead. You have to chip it away. That's how thick this stuff gets. So I brought it up to the prop manager, started showing her. I'm like, brand new toilet. And it wasn't as bad as some of these other ones, but it was starting to build up to the point where you're not even gonna get it off. And then it got probably upset because I put the exhaust fan on the main switch, which I don't like doing. That took extra time. Really, the work order was for the water heater that was crackling. And I drained that thing like 5 times. And I changed the drain on it so it's nice and open so I could try to clean that water heater out. And then she brought up her kitchen sink that it leaks sometimes. So I changed it off for her. I think she just got upset because I brought the prop manager. I'm like, you know what? Hey, let's go for inspection or whatever. Because I want them to clean the walls. And because the whole thing is, I mean, I can't tell people how to live. But when I seen these bathrooms, they'll grow. I put semi-gloss in that bathroom, and what scares me is gonna grow mold. And then once it starts, it just feeds off each other. Because then you got the spores and they're gonna spread in it, and before you know it, then now I gotta paint a whole bathroom, and it's gonna be my problem. They're gonna be like, oh well, there's mold in the bathroom, blah blah blah. You gotta paint and then because people aren't turning exhaust fans on, or they could just start a big ordeal saying they're inhaling mold. It's irritating. I did give her permission to record. I think she got upset, obviously, because that all happened. And then, when I changed that switch out, I ended up changing a breaker out in my panel, because I didn't realize when I did the turn, there was actually 14 gauge wire in there, and it was on a 20 amp breaker. But there was probably 12 gauge in there. I don't know how I did it, but there was 14 gauge wire in that circuit, so I had to change it to a 20 amp. I just told her, I'm like, I won't record, but if there's stuff I need to be fixing, I'm gonna fix it. I think this is funny. It's irritating. The last person that lived there, older guy, he was going through some health issues, and the guy was taking care of the property. It was pretty disgusting. And to the point where when I bought the property, I was just gonna not renew his lease. And then eventually I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? He can't really make it worse. I'm just gonna let him, whatever. I'll just let him live there. One time, when I got called for a clogged toilet with that existing tenant, not the new one now, but the existing tenant, like they're saying the toilet's clogged. And I'm like, okay. Midway, the daughter was there visiting or something, and then she called the property a health hazard, or yeah, health hazard. I'm just there to do my job, the maintenance of property, and I'm not going to be starting to talk to them right then and there about that. So I worried about the toilet. I pulled out a piece of plastic that holds, you know, those tank cleaners out of the toilet. And then I went up to them. Oh, this is why I have proper managers. But this is when I was managing my own. I try to be nice about it, but... So I went up to them, I'm like, what do you mean this place is a health hazard? Yeah, she said she got this test from Home Depot. And I'm like, let me guess, this is like a mold tester or whatever. It's like a little dish. She's like, yeah. And I'm like, let me guess, there was mold, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, guess what? There's the same poop stain is on that toilet at the base that when I bought the property, it's still here 8 months later. Or it was actually longer. And then I'm like, showing at the side of the fridge, there was a bunch of gunk. on there, just showing that the place isn't cleaned. Of course you're gonna get mold in the air because the place isn't clean. You guys seen the crawl space? I did a lot of work in there. I take molds very seriously, even though it's not that scary. But as long as you get rid of the issue and clean it, you don't let it grow, blows my mind. And I hate it when it's your rental property. So then you're gonna talk crap about your rental property. It's like your baby, especially when you care. That's the bad thing. Like, come on. And then the daughter, once I said about the poop stain on the toilet at the bottom, the base, when she started telling her father, come on, to him or whatever. But the guy was in bad shape. So it's going to be harder to clean the property. But I got very upset when that happened. Oh, man. I'm going to go back to this. This is going to be a long video of talking. I'm sorry. Getting all fired up over here. Because I want to take care of the property. Over here just stirring the pot. Oh, I should brought my gloves. Didn't bring my gloves. And I didn't even check the brand out. So I had to buy 2 different ones of these. I thought they were all universal. Oh man, here we go. These won't be burned up. Okay. Did I buy the wrong one? Hopefully not. I'm gonna laugh after I go back to the store again. Because I know there's small ones and there's big ones. So I bought the big ones. And I didn't even pay attention. Pay attention to the brand. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's an outlet. I don't even know how to even do these either. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can get the right size. So it's Frigidaire. This looks huge. Cool. That'll work. Definitely let me turn the power off on this thing. I guess I can just check if that LCD goes out. 240 volts, baby. Power's off. Oh, here we go. It's all rotted. Hopefully that other one comes with a screw. I'll take channel locks to it. Alignments. Oh, I don't think the mule nose is gonna grip it too well. I'll try it. Fingers in there. See him spinning? Nope. Oh yeah. Channel locks always win. Always. Oh man, that was shocked. So I'm guessing I had to lift the stove up. Do they even lift it? That's the question. Look at that. Learned today. Okay. Ooh. Click down. Click down. Both of them are in. There's some ceramic wire nuts. It's the first time we ever using these. Then again, a heat shrink. So, choose correct receptacle from kit, assembly block. So, that's the right bracket, matches the other one. And then, I have to, it's the first time me doing this, so. Connect new receptacle to range wires by twisting new wires and range wire together, securing them, wire not provided. Note, wire colors and connections from step 4. Doesn't say anything about the heat shrink, but I'm going to be using it. Ceramic wire nuts. Got the band end off. Wow. I think he's the wrong size. This stuff is all melted. I can't even strip it. There we go. Okay. That's good. You know what? Yeah, I didn't like that. That's good splice. I want to bare that splice. Might have to shorten that up. Good. Nice. Nice and tight. Shorten it up. I'm going to shorten these up just because this thing's a little wire nut. We'll make sure it buries it in there. Okay, good. Some heat shrink on it. I'm gonna go like that. I've used heat shrink for a while. Harbor Freight heat gun. Not sponsored by them. Not affiliated. So let's see. I gotta be careful I don't burn the place down. I'll put on low. I don't know. Burn my hands. Low gun. Overheat the wires. Hot. As best I can get it. I don't know if it's cool. Hold them like this just so I get a better connection. Or it just keeps them together. I want to stretch out the shrink. Unreal. So, in other news, surprise, surprise, I have to go to the hardware store. Because this one that they're bringing up, this one's burned up too. See the burn mark in the back right here? And then it's bowed out here. It melted. Okay, so I changed that out. Changed that one out earlier. They're all shrunk. Heat shrunk and all that good stuff. And the coil actually got stuck in this one and I damaged it pulling it out. So we're changing that one out. I don't know if I want these splices touching. That'd be good. Cool. Thing's still hot? Yeah, it is. I screwed those in already. So this is a new one I put in here because the old one got stuck in the connector. It got goofed up. That was the original one. We'll test this out. Turn them all on again. Let that warm up. I definitely like these Harbor Freight heat guns. They're nice and cheap. I use them to help dry drywall, but I also have that heat lamp, which makes life a lot easier. And then, but this just speeds up the process. But you just gotta be careful when you are drying the drywall with it. that it like literally just dries the front of it and the back is still warm. Oh, we're smoking. Probably because that hasn't worked in a while. Burning off all the nastiness. Oh, that one's smoking too, yeah. Not used to electric stoves. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Turn all that off. And then I already changed the filter out. And that's why you should always buy extra stuff. First of all, she did warn me about the other burner. And I'm like, well, it's working, whatever. After I've seen the first one burned up, I should have just looked at the rest of them. I'm not used to dealing with them. So, I mean, I guess there's no excuse. But usually, they show visual defects. It's a good thing I seen that. I don't know if the other maintenance guys would have replaced that. Tell you the truth, I really don't think so. These tenants, super nice. They love me. They purposely request me because they like my work better than the other maintenance guys. It still doesn't matter. I mean, I told them you can request me, and there's times where they're saying, "Hey, Brian, we put a request in for this." I'm like, I don't got the work order. They must have given it to somebody else. So, it's whatever. They also asked me to take a look at the bathroom fan. Told them, it's not in the work order, I can't do it. See, that's the difference. In my rental property, oh no, I take it back. If it's a safety concern, or if it's going to cause damage, that's when I can fix the stuff. But when I start working with these guys, they told me what's going to happen is when you're there, they're going to start asking for other stuff to get fixed. They're supposed to be putting work orders in. And it's totally true. Now I always got to be the bad guy. I know the other maintenance guy usually fixes it or whatever, which I know the prop manager doesn't really like that. But everything's got to be notated. So I'm like, always stick to my guns. I'm like, sorry, you got to put a work order. I'm like, and that's it. But see, in my property, I can fix whatever I want. I mean, I thought I was doing them a favor by replacing the kitchen faucet. They're saying it leaks sometimes. So I replaced it for them. And then the storm door was also bent that day, and I also fixed that. I didn't give them a new cylinder, because that is a brand new cylinder. Well, I guess it's 2 years old now because they stay there for 2 years. But that's why I hate storm doors. I really do. But I just bent it back for them so it actually works properly. I don't want to keep replacing it every year because everybody lets it swing open. This is exactly why I have a prop management company, so I don't get involved. And now, tell you the truth, I'm a little irritated. That's for sure. I think the last time I was like this was probably like the first year. Whatever. That's it. That's a wrap. Have a good night.